Conservative fundamentalists alert! Books on ministry to homosexual persons by fundamentalist experts on the subject teach that, using the traditionalist interpretation, 7 passages condemn homosexuality explicitly or implicitly. Genesis 2:18-24, Genesis 19:1-25, Leviticus 18:22, Leviticus 20:13, Romans 1:26-27, 1 Corinthians 6:9-10, and 1 Timothy 1:9-10. Using the traditionalist interpretation, homosexuality is refuted by example. Several hundred passages exemplify the monogamous heterosex ideal while excluding homosex constructs. So, pro-gay theology is clearly radical revisionism. But since this is a gender issue, I apply the same method to another gender issue, feminism. Using the traditionalist interpretation again, 7 passages, passages condemn feminism explicitly or implicitly. Genesis 3:16, 1 Corinthians 11:3, 1 Corinthians 14:34-35, Colossians 3:18, Titus 2:5, 1 Peter 3:1, and 1 Peter 3:5-6. Again, using the traditionalist interpretation, feminism is refuted by example. Again, several hundred passages exemplify the patriarchal authoritarian ideal while excluding feminist constructs. So pro-feminist theology is clearly radical revisionism, exactly like the gay agenda. In the Bible, and additionally in the Bible, women did not hold religious authority over Christian men or vocalize themselves in church, earn a competitive wage, hold men's jobs, nor did men have women's roles, partake in politics or vote, own private property unless they were widows, choose their mates, they were given and taken in marriage, refuse their husband sexually, or make final decisions in their marriage. I will explain these positions shortly. Deborah in Judges 4 is an anomaly. However, Deborah was known as a prophetess, not prophet, unlike today's lack of distinction, such as calling actresses actors. Deborah was married, unlike many feminists who forego marriage. Also, this was when the Israelites fell into evil and a man was too cowardly to assume leadership. Most importantly, women controlling men was clearly a punishment. According to Isaiah 3:11-12, or part of it. Woe unto the wicked, for women shall rule over them. Both Old and New Testaments consistently oppose gay lifestyles and feminism equally. Some won't admit that Christendom completely disposed of its position on women's rights and adopted the position of 19th and 20th century atheistic feminists. Instead, groups such as Christ Community Church condemn pro-gay churches such as Metropolitan Community Church for being unscriptural, while they themselves are pro-feminists. This blatant contradiction and cherry-picking is incredible. Early church fathers on women's rights. Apostolic Constitutions claims to have been written by the apostles themselves numerous times. Its internal evidence supports this. Considering the book of 4th century oral history of the apostles may be an attempt to mitigate its teachings. Regardless, it is an extensive masterpiece of the early Christians, doing a splendid job of expounding upon early church principles. Apostolic Constitutions, Book 1, Chapter 3 states, Let the wife be obedient to her own husband, for the husband is the head of the wife. But Christ is the head of that husband who walks righteously, and the head of Christ is God, his Father. Therefore, O wife, next to the Almighty and his beloved Son, fear your husband and reverence him. Please him alone, rendering yourself acceptable to him in life's various affairs. Book 3, Chapter 9 states, The woman is the body of the man taken from his side and subject to him, from whom she was separated for procreation of children. For, says he shall rule over thee. For the principal part of the woman is the man, being her head. It claims to have been written by the apostles themselves numerous times, and and it's again, I'm just repeating myself, and its internal evidence support this. Late dating the book is a cheap attempt to discount the teachings. Apostolic Constitutions, Book 6, Chapter 29 states, "Wives, be subject unto your own husbands, and hold them in esteem. Serve them with fear and love, just as holy Sarah honored Abraham. For she was not comfortable calling him by his name. Rather, she called him Lord." Clement of Rome to Corinthians, written around AD 96, states, "You," that is the Corinthian church, "instructed wives to love their husbands, to which they are duty bound. You taught them that they should manage their household affairs appropriately, living the rule of obedience." Early church father Irenaeus, around circa AD 180, stated, "Both nature and the law place the woman in a subordinate condition to the man. Strangely, many men complain about foreign men taking some of their jobs, ignoring the fact that our women could potentially take half of men's jobs." See the next part.